Today you're going to listen to the story Fair or Foul. I want you to listen to my voice as I emphasize different words and I use stress. Stress is when you emphasize certain words in a sentence by varying your volume or your tone. It can change a sentence's meaning. Also, as you read through and listen to the story, when we come to a question, if you need to re-listen, please do instead of guessing the answer. Remember, many times you guys are not getting it correct, and this is for a grade. Fair or foul? The gorgeous day provided the perfect setting for a soccer game. Nora and Jenna, the first breaker players at the field, discussed today's opponents, the Wildcats. I heard that supposedly some of those girls are really tall, Jenna said, and last year they were unbeaten. Well, it's a whole new season, said Nora. Have a little self-confidence. Her pep talk was directed as much to herself as to Jenna, because there was no doubt this year the Breakers were way out of their comfort zone. This fall they had advanced to the Junior League, used to being among the oldest players in the league, they now among the youngest. And after the first preliminary matches, it was obvious they had a lot of hard work lay ahead. This year they were playing on a full-sized field, and from her position on defense, Nora could see that the game was faster and tougher. The Wildcats weren't afraid to throw their whole bodies into guarding an opponent or stealing a pass. When the halftime whistle finally sounded, the Breakers collapsed on the grass with their water bottles. Nora let their comments spin around her. I can't believe they didn't call fouls on those girls. Did you see number 10 trip me on purpose? It's not fair that the refs let them play so hard. That team is totally brutal. Nora was glad when her coach chimed in. Officially, the Wildcats are not breaking any rules, but you can see how much higher the level of play is this year. The second half progressed much like the first, with the Wildcats constantly sweeping the ball up the field to the Breakers' goal. Despite some brilliant saves, the game ended with the Wildcats on top, 5-0. Typically, soccer games with the two teams lining up, slapping hands, and saying, "Good game!" Today, Nora was embarrassed by what she saw. Many of her teammates refused to slap hands, while others had spread mud across their palms so that they could smear it into their uninspecting opponents. And up and down the line, Nora heard her breakers mutter, "Bad game." "That's real mature," Nora shouted at everyone as everyone sat down to unlace their cleats. "Traitor," someone muttered back to her. Defiant, Nora grabbed her stuff and walked to the far side of the field. She saw an angry Coach Ortiz gather everyone around. After the meeting, Jenna headed Nora's way to sit next to her. "What did Coach say?" Nora asked. "She told us we had two choices," said Jenna. "We could either keep blaming our inexperience on the other team or decide to step it up and learn from them." "Sounds about right," said Nora. "Maybe we should schedule an extra practice," said Jenna. "Sounds like a plan," said Nora. The girls went to find their teammates.